it is hard to even know you have a higher self when you're on your root instinct. Like, if your survival is constantly under threat, you are gonna be activating your base chakra, which is when you are in your flight or fight response, right? So that's when you're not using pure intellect or logic to function, you're using a survival need. Is it to fight, or is it to just run away from the escapism type energy? So when you come out of this fight or flight, you have all the other chakras, which is dependent on how strong your stability chakra is. So if you're not strong, you don't have a foundation, you won't be able to build up, you won't be able to work your way higher to the higher chakras to elevate your consciousness and to essentially ascend. So when you trust the process and when you go within and you seek your answers within, when you're spiritual and you're not just believing in something, you are open to the possibility of raising beyond the root. That is when the spiritual journey really begins, because now you're not basing everything on immediate impulse. You're actually doing your research, you're actually looking into what makes you feel adequate enough to be around people and be around yourself. Are you okay when you're alone? Are you difficult to yourself when you're alone? It all depends on how stable your root chakra is, the foundation. If that is messed up, you know that you will react impulsively. You will not have a stable foundation on why you are the way you are. Okay? So once the root is safe, once the root is balanced, now you can upgrade yourself to the higher chakras. And remember, you're not supposed to jump into an ascension. Ascensions can be rough. It's not always a walk in the park. Sometimes you do go through lows that are painful and depressing, but you got to keep going. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep your energy intact. You got to just keep flowing with yourself, which allows you to become a better person in the end of the day, in the end of the week, in the end of the month, in the end of the year. You will have bettered yourself, and when you look back, you can at least know in your own heart that you haven't done anything stupid. That being said, keep your energy uncontaminated, keep your vibe high. Don't fear death. You should never fear death. Death is an illusion. We are here for a brief while, and we are here to ascend. The war has begun, and the war is internal. The fight is when you win the fight when you go within. Peace. Like, comment, subscribe.